But when you study the animal, you understand how can we protect this.
There's more than 1,000 species that you can find here in the Wadi.
Don't move it.
If we will see the toad, I will show you.
Okay.
Earlier this year, I set out to explore the UAE's first protected mountain area.
Wadi Wurayah is the first mountain protected area in the UAE. It's a very unique place. It's a national treasure. There's more than 1,000 species that you can find here in the Wadi. And also another reason why it's very unique, it's a treasure of fresh water you can find in the Wadi. Whether we're doing reforestation for native species, tree monitoring, freshwater as well, kind of surveys, dragonfly surveys. Today we are doing a toad survey.
Ahmed Abu Samra is the Associate Manager of Outreach and Citizen Science at Emirates Nature-WWF. He works to inspire everyday action for nature conservation.
So you can see here some of the small cages. These are trees that we have planted. It's mainly native trees we're focusing on. Our studies show that it was green a long time ago, so we're trying to kind of do reforestation. The reason why we put cages is actually to prevent the goats from eating basically or overgrazing, because they have the habit to really eat whatever they can find. So this way you can protect the tree at least until it grows enough and then can survive by itself. So far we have planted more than 2,000 trees. In today's activity, we will be focusing mainly on Arabian toad. Do you know what a toad is?
Yeah, it's like a frog.
Yeah, it's very similar. It's different than a frog. It's very similar. So here in the UAE, we have two species of toads. One is the Arabian toad, and the other is called the dhofar toad. We are basically studying them because they can tell us a lot about the freshwater of the area, and we need to do basically this survey regularly. But generally, there is many species here that we're trying to save or work with. And right now, we are going to talk about the Arabian Tahr, which is almost extinct, but hopefully with our work here, we can save it.
And what animals are in these enclosures?
So this enclosure, basically, you have the Arabian Tahr.
In Wadi Wurayah, Arabian Tahrs are bred as part of reintroduction program to restore their declining population and return this rare mountain species to its natural habitat.
Hi Noah.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
I'm Fatma. You can see the Arabian Tahr.
Yes, two of them.
You know that they're actually not goats.
They're like more like deers or antelope.
Yes, exactly. And the name of the family is called ungulates.
So now we begin our search for toads with Emirates Nature-WWF, helping to collect data on the health of the freshwater ecosystem in Wadi Wurayah National Park, which is managed by the Fujairah Environment Authority.
Wadi Wurayah National Park is the first mountain protected area in the UAE, and it is recognized internationally as a Ramsar site and a UNESCO managed Biosphere reserve as well. And this falls under the management of the Fujairah Environment Authority. And Emirates Nature-WWF has worked closely with the Fujairah Environment Authority for many years to better understand its ecosystem and its sustainable management. Did Ahmed tell you what mammals we can find here?
Yes, the wild donkeys.
Yes.
Also different wild goats.
Okay.
Red foxes.
A lot of animals here are actually nocturnal. Do you know the meaning of nocturnal?
At night.
Yes. What are nocturnal creatures in your mind? What do you think?
Foxes, owls, lynxes, wolves.
Yes.
Different weasels.
Yes.
Puma.
What's your favorite nocturnal animal?
Owl. There was a water, by the way.
Where? Here?
Here.
Also there, if you see there's a huge, you can hear it? The waterfall?
Yeah, there might be frogs.
Yes,
Or
toads.
Toads.
Right? So toads are mostly found here because here in the UAE, it's very dry, it's very humid. So toads are adapted more into this area.
What color they are?
They are like greenish dark greenish, and then they have dry, warty skin, a little bit bumpy, not like the frogs. The frogs, like, they are moist skin. We can understand why water is healthy from the toads.
If there are toads living, the water helps them.
Exactly. Why do you think that?
Because those are living in clean water.
Oh yeah, because they are amphibians, as you said, right? Amphibians, they have skin, it is breathable. They can absorb the oxygen or the moisture around this air. So anything that affects the water, it will affect them.
It lives near fresh water, in mountain pools, springs, and streams. These toads feed on insects and help maintain the balance of the ecosystem. Their presence is a sign that the freshwater ecosystem of Wadi Wurayah is healthy.
So you hold it in the middle.
Like this?
Slowly, slowly. You said you want to tell me the difference between this and a frog?
Yes, toads and frogs do look similar, but there are a few important differences. Toads have dry, bumpy skin and protective glands behind their eyes. Frogs have smooth, moist skin and long back legs that help them jump far.
Let's go over there. We're going to measure the toads there. As well as through our Leaders of Change program, we have invited our Leaders of Change members to help us understand and basically support its conservation here at Wadi Wurayah.
I've always loved nature. I've grown up around nature, and it brings me a lot of satisfaction. Programs and initiatives like Emirates Nature's Leaders of Change program makes it that it's a great way to connect with a lot of people who are passionate about doing this kind of work, and it's really important for us to protect the planet.
Getting involved in these kind of programs, such as Leaders of Change, as well as just helping out in general, not littering, respecting the wildlife in the area, it's a really good way to just do small actions but create a big impact, because even one plastic that's not in nature is protecting one incident from happening to the natural wildlife in the area.
Whoa, what did you pick up? Wow, a giant plant. This is called the giant weed. The name of this park is actually named after this tree. You see, this is the algae, the organic matter in which tadpoles eat this as well. You know that there's also fish living in this water, in this fresh water?
No.
There's one fish, it's called the Oman Gara fish, and then there's the other one called the Arabian killifish.
Oh, look, there's a fish.
This is the only permanent waterfall in the UAE. The team has done some studies and they found that this waterfall has been running for 10,000 years.
This is an extraordinary place. Another side of the UAE. Wadi Wurayah, located among the mountains of Fujairah, is a place where water, rugged landscapes, and wildlife come together to form a unique ecosystem.
I love nature because it really gives me such a calming feeling. Whenever we're in a place like Dubai, for example, which is usually very busy, university life as well is really busy, so nature kind of gives me a very relaxing sensation. I always feel very calm in nature, and it's important.
Why do you think the water is important? For what?
For the toads,
And what else?
fishes, and other animals
Yes.
to drink.
We also have dragonflies and damselflies here. Dragonflies are bigger in size, and then when they land, they leave their wings open. And then damselflies are very small. When they land, they keep their wings closed. We also encourage families to join as well and understanding the conservation work, because I think it's very important to build that awareness, responsibility and stewardship with your younger ones and allow them to understand from that age that nature is important. And then what else do you also notice around other than animals? You see a lot of plants, right?
Yes.
So even in dry areas like this, there's a lot of native plants that can grow here because they are adapted to dry weather.
Along the way, we came across Christ-thorn juju, a native desert tree adapted to survive in the harsh conditions of Arabian wadis.
Fish. Look, so many fish.
What fish is this? I told you. Oman Gara fish.
Oman gar fish. Pool looks like a river.
Over there, you're gonna see a big pool. We conduct a standardized point count survey in which we will capture as many Arabian toads as we can and then bring them back here. We're gonna measure their body length and weight.
It feels amazing to be part of a movement where so many people truly care about nature and work together to protect it.
Look, I found a toad.
Noah found the toad.
I have a question. What we are doing with the toads?
So by measuring them, we're gonna understand their population sizes, body conditions, and we can detect any changes in the habitat or the quality of the fresh water. So let's see, you can see it's 40. 40 for the first one, بدل 8. 18 grams. Okay? Say goodbye to it, okay?
For scientists, even a small observation like this is important, and it feels great to be part of this research. Each record helps us better understand the population and protect this fragile ecosystem. Amphibians are highly sensitive to changes in water quality and habitat. So if they live here, it means the ecosystem is still in balance.
I think one big thing is that there are so many environmental issues that we keep hearing about around the world, and we often get confused about what we can do if we're just one person. But I think the main thing is always to get involved locally in your communities, wherever you live. Even if it seems small, it always creates a big impact. So start wherever you are and with whatever you know, and even if it's just one person, two people, it always creates an impact.
Today, I once again realized that protecting nature begins with simple things: curiosity, respect, and the desire to learn more. Programs like Leaders of Change by Emirates Nature-WWF give people the opportunity to truly experience nature and become part of protecting it. Even small actions can make a big difference, and if each of us starts small, together we can preserve places like Wadi Wurayah for future generations.